Hey, Nick here. Welcome to day 66 of the Starting a Software Company project, where we are starting a software product and a company in 100 days. It's morphed more into starting a software product versus starting a software company, just given the complex nature of what we're trying to do. Building an MVP is really the main goal here versus more of a finished product launch. I do think we're going to have a pretty nice product done by the end of the 100 days, but just wanted to share with you our progress. We're just checking off some things on our to-do list as far as building out the team section of the software and of the application. And really today we're on the sales site, we're also working on uh, the CMS portion of it. If it takes too much time, I'm just going to pivot over to building out a WordPress site, but we're trying to set up a simple Rails site using just a markdown editor to create the different pages. We can create custom components, custom CSS to use in the different pages that we're going to build out for Playbook. But for now, we are working on the back end. And so just wanted to share with you some thoughts. I think I had shared a little bit of the detail here on the sales site. We're going to use this Bootstrap theme right here. My computer is dragging a little bit today. So we're going to use this Bootstrap theme. We're going to cut out some of the features of it. Basically just have a simple, nice, clean landing page. I like the white background, just splashes of color, not too much color. And so what I did here is I have directed our developer to, he has the Bootstrap code. He has the code for this theme. So we're going to build a sales page, build a pricing page, and we're going to take some of the components of that theme, leverage those. We're going to delete some other ones. If you can see here, there's like this big image. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I've talked about that as well. So we're cutting that out. We're going to, obviously we don't have any testimonials given the product is brand new, but we're going to have testimonials. We're going to have just a simple description here for how Playbook is used. We're going to have a feature section where we can discuss the features, and then a really simple call to action for signing up for the free trial. And it's actually not a free trial. There's a free tier. I've talked many times about the reason for doing freemium here and having a freemium tier is because you can market to those people for basically for the life of which you have access to their email. Before, if they've unsubscribed, obviously you got to stop communicating with them. But if they are still in your database and still receiving your emails, you can market to them over time. So they can, if now isn't the right time for them to use the product, to use it enough for a paid tier or to upgrade, we can hit them again in the future. And so this is a work in process. I've also laid out our color palette here. This is from this really great ebook called Refactoring UI. So we're using this, one of their pre-built color palettes as a color palette for this project. And really, yeah, my job here is I got to flush out some content. So these feature cards, I got to flush out the content for each one of those. And I've noted to the developer I got to fill this in with more copies. So that's what I'm going to do here in the next couple days. And then, yeah, I think by probably this time next week, we will have an initial marketing site for Playbook up and running. We've got to make sure we don't try to do too much on the back end of this as far as building out too much of a custom content management system, because we want to just keep our investments in time to a minimum here. Having great, highly customizable page builder on the back end isn't going to move the needle on the goals of Playbook, which is building getting the MVP done, using that MVP internally, allowing other people to try it out. And so, yeah, the details and the thoroughness of our marketing site CMS, we need to just keep that to a minimum. So yeah, hopefully I think I should have more details for you tomorrow on the where we stand as far as building out the MVP and the team portion of it, where you can add members, you can assign teams to members, you can create new teams, invite users, and so that is obviously a big piece of Playbook, and we will be hopefully have an update for you on that, and we can check that off the to-do list and then jump on to some either some UI improvements or maybe even trying to bite off the conditional logic that we had to cut from the scope. So with that, thank you for following along, and we will talk to you tomorrow.